There is flat fee advice starting to gain popularity. I think a great example is Easy Equities. Look at the success of Purple Group. They've been plugging away at it for, I think it's close to 20 years. Their latest results, I think, speak for themselves.
Phenomenal, growing up into the Philippines, into Manila. But again, I think what they've realized is that you've got an investing public and a younger investing public who are so keen to invest into DIY. You've just got to look at the crypto account holders in the country, the numbers of, in the 2 million versus the numbers of stockbroking accounts in the country. And so it shows you that there's an investing appetite. People want to DIY. I'm not advocating for cryptos. I'm just saying that if the numbers are there, you've got to understand why you're not meeting your customer, your client, your end user where they want to be. And that's very much a DIY digital type experience. So how did you design with that in mind when you look at the Fynbos platform?
If you look at all of the big financial houses in South Africa, they're all completely vertically integrated. They want to own everything from fund management down to advice. So it's very hard for them to turn around and say, oh, we want to help DIY. We want to make it easy for customers to self-serve. They're a huge population of advisors, either tied or independent, sit back and say, so you're trying to cut out your biggest distribution stream, your biggest distribution channel. So I think it is difficult for them, given the way this whole thing works, unless they're prepared to take a step back and change structurally how it works. If you went to one of those big financial houses and you had very distinct fees that you paid for each of those things. If I went to an advisor and I paid him for his time, but then access to the platform had a fee, and then each of the funds charged a fee, I think it would be a lot easier for them to deliver a service like ours that is customer centric. We're not cannibalizing some other revenue stream of our own. We are offering a service specifically for the customer that does one thing, and we charge for that. And so I think we're actually at a bit of an advantage there, and I think it will be quite difficult for the industry unless they're prepared to, restructure things to also do this. It's going to be new players like ourselves, like Easy Equities. There's a fantastic investment app called Frank who have been doing this for a while, or offering this self-serve. And I think your point is spot on about crypto. What cryptocurrencies did, I think, was just awaken people to this possibility of, oh, okay, if I've got some spare money, I can invest it, I can see a return, I can make that back. I didn't have to go to somebody else to do it for me. Yeah. I could do my own research, as they love to say in the crypto industry, understand what I'm doing by looking online. And I think that the internet, so we talked about digitization, the other technology trend that's affected this is the internet. There's this information asymmetry that's disappeared, where in the past, your sort of naive retail investor went to a financial advisor because they couldn't find that information themselves. Now they can. Yeah. So you're in the situation where I did my research, I've decided to do X and Y. Can you just vet my decisions? Can you give me that pat on the back? The whole model is very different.